No,
Ratna?
ma'am.
No?
Attendees do not have access to record.
Okay, okay. So basic operations on the signals. First is the time shifting of the signal. You are shifting the signal on the time axis or x axis. So the operation is x of t minus b, and the shifting depends upon the value and the polarity of the real number b. So if b is positive, then the signal will be shifted to the right. It is known as delaying the signal. If b is negative, then minus of minus, it will be plus. So the signal will be shifted to the left, or it is known as the advancing the signal in time. So let us see in an example. Yesterday we have seen it. This is the signal whose magnitude we are not bothered here, because we are doing the shifting on the time axis. So magnitude will be as it is. Only we have to see the time axis, how much it will get shifted. So if I do the x of t minus 1, that is b is positive. So if b is positive, the signal will be delayed. Okay. So the signal has delayed by an interval of 1. Okay, so it will shift towards the right hand side, and the next one, it is minus. B is your general real number in the equation. B is negative, so here it is minus 1. So minus of minus 1, it will be t plus 1. So the signal will get advanced in time by an interval of 1. Okay, so you have to see, the main thing you have to see here is that where does the tip of the point of your waveform lies. So you can see one point of the waveform lies at minus 1, and the other point lies at the 1. So while you are shifting, how much interval that should get shifted, that you have to see always. Okay, so here mine earlier it was at minus 1. So when it was delayed, it has shifted to the origin. Okay, and the one which was at 1, position 1, it has now shifted to the uh, place 2. Okay, now when it has advanced in time, you can see minus 1 has shifted to minus 2, and your signal which was at 1, now it has shifted to 0. So this tips only you have to see mainly, and accordingly you have to make changes. Now the next important operation on the signal is time reversal. So time reversal, also known as the reflection. It is nothing but flipping the signal about the y-axis. Okay. So if x of t is your signal, x of minus t, what it does is you are flipping the signal about the origin. Okay. So geometrically it is a reflection of the input signal about the vertical line at t equal to 0. So this is an example of the time reversal. It is a continuous time signal whose one of its point touches on the y-axis at point 2, and it is continuing in the negative axis as well as positive axis of the time. So you can see when it has got flipped, you have to keep your origin as it is there, and about that origin y-axis you have to flip the signal. Okay, so this is the example of the time reversal or reflection, or I can tell mirror image of the signal. Okay, another way to easy way to remember is the mirror image of the signal. Next, it is time scaling. So scaling means you can either compress it or you can expand it. Okay, but remember it is on the, again on the time axis. Nothing will happen to the amplitude, only the time will be scaled. Either on the x axis the signal will be compressed, or it will be expanded only along the x axis, while its magnitude will be kept same as it is. Okay, so if x of t is the signal, while we write the time scaling, we write it as x of at. Okay, x of at. So that scaling factor here, it is a. where a has to be strictly a positive real number, and if a is greater than 1, if a is greater than 1, then y, the signal is compressed along the horizontal axis by a factor of a relative to x, by a factor of a relative to x, and if a is less than 1, the y is expanded along the horizontal axis by a factor of 1 upon a. Okay, so a is greater than 1 and a less than 1. Okay, so if a is greater than 1, signal will be compressed, and if a is less than 1, signal will be expanded. So let us see the example of that. So this is a signal whose one tip is at -1 and its maximum amplitude is 1. Then one of the other point of that is at 0.5 also. So this y-axis points doesn't matter. We have to see the x-axis. So x-axis one point it is at -1, another point it is at positive side, that is at 1. Now let us see when I do the time scaling, that is x of 2t. When I do x of 2t, so that is not clear. So x of 2t, you can see a is greater than 1. So a is 2 here. So the signal will get compressed. Okay, the signal is compressed means here it's earlier it was at -1. Now it has gone to 0.5. That means on the time axis, now its tip will touch at 0.5. That is t by 2, you have to do it here. Then only you will get the point on the x-axis. Similarly, on the positive side of your time axis, here it is at position 1. Again, now while it is compressing, it will go to t by 2, that is at 0.5. So minus 0.5 and plus 0.5. So now its points are touching. This is at minus 0.5. And here it will be at positive 0.5. So if a is greater than 1, the signal will be compressed, and if a is less than 1, then the signal will get expanded. So how to get that points? If it is 2t, then divide the time by 2. So earlier it was at 1, so 1 by 2, that is 0.5. Here also it was at 1, 1 by 2 will get 0.5. Now let us see so it is compressed by a factor of factor of 2. Now let us see the other signal, x of t by 2. So here a is less than 1, a is half. So if a is less than 1, the signal will get expanded. If a is less than 1, the signal will get expanded. Now to see the positions of the signal. So here earlier it was at 1. So 1 into 2, you have to multiply it by 2. So 1 into 2, here it will become 2, and here it was at -1. So minus 1 into 2. So it will be at -2. Okay. So if a greater than 1, it will be compressed on the time axis. If a is less than 1, the signal will get expanded by factor of 1 by a. This will be compressed by a factor of a, and this will be expanded by a factor of 1 upon a. Okay, so don't get confused. Even though it is written 2 times t, it is actually the compression of the signal is happening here. So to get on the x-axis the position, you have to divide the time by 2. Whereas here, if it is multiplied by a factor of 1 upon a, then the signal is expanded. So you have to multiply here time with A. Now it is the another one is the amplitude scaling. Amplitude scaling, the factor A, now instead of inside the bracket, now it comes outside the bracket. So it is A into x of t. Now it is A into x of t. So where A is a real number. Now geometrically, the output signal is expanded or compressed in the amplitude. Okay. So let us see the amplitude scaling. This is a sinusoidal signal whose amplitude, maximum amplitude is 1. Now when you scale it to xt, what happens? Here the amplitude will increase by 2, not like time axis. Okay, time axis, that finding the position is just opposite to the amplitude scaling. Okay, so 2xt means its amplitude will increase by a factor of 2, and here when it is less than 1, it will be compressed. By a factor of 1 upon A. So original signal, its expanded version, and the compressed signal. Now let us see the addition of the signal. So we have two signals, x1 of t and x2 of t. x1 of t extends from -3 to 3 and the amplitude is 1. Now we have x2 of t, another signal whose amplitude is 2. It extends from time axis -10 to +10. Okay. Now while we add these two signals, you have to consider interval by interval. Okay. So the entire span of the signal now, it is from the highest span of the signal. So here x2 is having -10 to 10. So let us take the first interval -10 to -3. So between the interval -10 to -3, we have the second signal amplitude is 2, whereas the first signal amplitude it is 0. So I can draw it now. From -10, the signal starts, okay, and its amplitude will be maintained as 2 till the next point of the interval, that is at -3. Till -3, we have only one signal present, which is x2 of t, whose magnitude is 2. Okay. Now at t equal to -3, what happens? The first signal amplitude will come into picture. So this amplitude 1 will get added to the second signal amplitude, which is 2. So 2 plus 1 will be 3. Now the signal amplitude z of t, its amplitude will change to, instead of 2, now it will shift to 3. So that 3 will continue till which interval? Till t equal to 3. Okay, because x1 of t extends up to 3 only. So till 3 only the first signal is existing. So its amplitude will get added to the second signal only in the interval -3 to 3. So -3 to 3, the z of t amplitude will increase to 3. Now after that interval, after t equal to 3, again only one signal is existing. So now the z t signal amplitude will change to 2 and it has finally till 10. After 10, none of the signals are existing. So it will come to 0. So this way you have to add the signal interval by interval. You have to see the signal by interval and add the amplitude accordingly. Now let us take the multiplication also, addition as well as multiplication. Multiplication of two signals. So here it is nothing but you have to multiply their corresponding amplitudes. Again do the multiplication interval by interval. Okay. So here the first signal doesn't exist in the interval -2 to -10 to -3. So amplitude here it is 2 here the amplitude is 0. So 2 into 0, 0. So your final product signal will not have any amplitude in the interval minus 10 to minus 3 because 2 into 0 will be 0. So no signals will be existing in this interval. Okay. So from minus 10 to minus 3, no signals will be existing because 2 into 0 will be 0. Now in the interval minus 3 to 3, there only both signals are existing. So it will be 1 into 2. So the amplitude will be maintained at 1. Now again here also after the time interval 3, the signal doesn't exist. So here it's one of the signal will become 0. So 0 into any amplitude you will get it as 0 only. So here the signal will exist only in the interval minus 3 to 3. The rest all the signal will be 0. So again do the multiplication interval by interval wherever the amplitude of the signal is changing. See that interval accordingly in those interval do the multiplication as well as addition. Okay. Now sketch the following waveform. This is a signal given x of t whose amplitude is 3 and in the time axis the limit of the signal is 3. Okay. Now you have to sketch the following waveform: x of minus t, x of t minus 2, x of t plus 2. Okay, so x of minus t is the reflection of the signal. You have to do the reflection. Now t minus 2 is you are delaying the signal or advancing the signal. T minus 2, are you delaying the signal or advancing the signal? Delaying the signal. So the other one t plus 2 you will be advancing the signal. Now let us see that the first one x of minus t about the origin or about the y axis you are flipping the signal. This is your original signal x of t. Now this is your x of minus t. So nothing will happen to the magnitude. Magnitude will be as it is 3 only on the time axis. Now instead of 3, that portion of the signal has shifted to minus 3 position. Okay, so flipping of the signal by y axis or the mirror image of the signal or the reflection of the signal. Now let us see t minus 2. So this is your original signal. You have to delay it by 2 periods. So first let it be here, then the second position. So this much distance. So this much, by this much distance you are delaying the signal, you have shifted the signal. Okay, so the magnitude will remain the same. So this position, the position which was at origin, this position was at origin, it has shifted to second position, and the one which was at 3, it has shifted to the fifth position. This is the mistake you may be making while you are doing the signal operations. So you have to be careful with each point of the signal where it lies on the x-axis. See that accordingly do the changes. So the one which was at third position, now since it is delayed by 2 positions, so 3 plus 2 it is 5. The one which was at origin, so 0 plus 2, so it has shifted to 2. So this has delayed by an interval of 2. Now advancing the signal. So can you tell if I do x of t plus 2, what will happen to the third position where it will shift? Anyone? If you advance the signal by 2.
Minus 2 to 0.
Minus 2 to 0. No, it is wrong. Anyone else?
Sorry, minus 2 to 1.
Minus 2 to 1. So here Now the signal has shifted to -2 to 1. Only by 2 intervals it will get advanced. Okay, so only 2 intervals. So the one which was at origin, now it will shift to -2. The other part of the signal which was at position 3, from that subtract 2. So it will be 1. So it has shifted to the position 1. So I hope you all understood now the advancing of the signal, delaying of the signal, and the reflection of the signal. So this is delayed by an interval of 2. This is advanced by an interval of 2. And the first one, we are taking the mirror image of the signal or the reflection of the signal. Now one more example we will see. So a continuous time signal is defined as x of t equal to t. Sometimes signal will not be given. You will be given the definition of the signal and you may have to draw the signal. Okay. So this was the definition of the signal, x of t equal to t. So that is a ramp signal. Okay. But they have given the limits of the ramp, 0 less than t less than or equal to 3. In that the ramp slope is t, and between greater than 3 it is 0. Okay, so this is the signal. From the definition I can draw the signal like this. Okay, the same one which we have used in the earlier example. Okay, so magnitude will be 3 and at the time axis also it will be 3. Now you are told to find out x of 2 minus t. Okay, so here two operations are coming. Okay, 2 minus t. Normally how you tell t minus 3, t minus 2 like that. But now they have interchanged it. It is x of 2 minus t. So I can rewrite it as minus t plus 2. Okay, 2 minus t. I can write in the form x of minus t plus 2. Okay, so you have to do the minus t, that is the reflection of the signal also you have to do. Now you have to do the advancing of the signal also you have to do. Okay, now as per the law of precedence in the mathematical operations, first you have to do all the shifting process. Okay, how many shifting operations are there? You have to do all the shifting operations. Then only you have to do the scaling. If any scaling process is there, the second position goes for the scaling. Then at the end you do all the reflection process. Okay, so here only two operations will come. If I rewrite x of 2 minus t as x of minus t plus 2. So there is a t plus 2, that is advancing of the signal, that you have to do first. Then we have minus t, that is the reflection of the signal. So let us do that. So first this is your original signal. We have to advance it by an interval of 2. So if I advance it by an interval of 2, what will happen? Your signal which was at origin will shift to -2 and the signal which was at third position will shift to 1. So this operation what I did is x of t plus 2. Now what is remaining? Minus t is remaining. That is, you have to flip the signal about the y-axis. Now I will flip the signal about the y-axis. Okay, so this is your final signal, that is x of minus t plus 2. So again I am repeating, first you do all the shifting process, then do the scaling, then do the reflection of the signal. If the process contains multiple operations, then you follow this procedure. So your original signal was x of 2 minus, x of t is this one. You have to go for the operation x of 2 minus 2. So rewrite it as x of minus t plus 2. So from this we found out that it contains two operations. One is advancing of the signal by an interval of 2, then reflection of the signal also. So first advance it by an interval of 2, then do the reflection of the signal. Okay. So one more I will show. Sketching the signal 2u t plus 2 minus 2u t minus 3. Okay, you have to add the two signals, and before adding you have to do some operations on the signal. So given signal is u of t, unity step signal, which has a magnitude of 1. So first let me do the operations t plus 2. T plus 2 means advancing the signal by an interval of 2. So this is your original signal. It has advanced by an interval of 2. Then do the scaling. So the amplitude will be increased to 2. Earlier it was 1. Now it has increased to 2. So 2u t plus 2. First did the shifting, that is t plus 2. Then scaled it to amplitude 2. Now the next signal is 2u t minus 3. We are delaying the signal by an interval of 3. We are delaying the signal by an interval of 3. Then increasing the amplitude to 2. So this is the signal which was at origin has delayed by an interval of 3 and its amplitude has increased to 2. Now we have applying minus 2 u of t minus 3. Okay, minus 2 u of t minus 3. At the end we will do the reflection of the signal. So here we apply the negative for that. So the signal will get now inverted about the x-axis. Earlier we have seen inside the bracket there was minus sign, minus t it was there. Now on the magnitude or the amplitude we have the negative sign. So the signal now has to be flipped about the x-axis. So this was your 2 of t minus 3. Now that has to be shifted about the x-axis. So now the amplitude will change to minus 2. So what is the finally you have to do? You have to add these two signals. Let us go back to your original question. Sketch 2 of u t plus 2 and minus 2u of t minus 3. So what we have done is here we have obtained the signal separately, that is 2u t plus 2 you got one signal and another signal we got it as minus 2 u of t minus 3. We got these two signals separately. Now we can add them together to obtain the final signal. So finally these are the two signals x1 of t, x2 of t which we obtained derived just now, and you have to add them together. So addition of signals, you have to take the interval by interval. So from minus 2 till minus 3, till plus 3, only the first signal exists. So its amplitude will be 2. Now after 3, what happens? After time interval 3, the amplitude of one signal is plus 2 and the another signal is minus 2. So while I add them, it will get cancelled. So you will be left out with a rectangular signal whose amplitude is 2. Okay. So this much only for today. Any doubt?
Can you just tell the last step again?
Yeah, I'll repeat again. Okay, I'll repeat once again. So you have to sketch 2u t plus 2 and minus 2u t minus 3. So this is the signal originally given u of t, unit step signal. So let us obtain separately 2u t plus 2 and minus 2u of t minus 3. So first I obtained 2u t plus 2. Okay. Second I have to obtain minus 2u t minus 3. So first 2u t minus 3 just shifted it, then negated the amplitude. So it got inverted. Now at the end you have to add these two signals. So the first signal is this one, x1 of t. The second signal is x2 of t. Now how to add them? Let us take each interval. So here interval will be, the first interval is minus 2 because this is the tip of the signal. So here it is minus 2. Okay. So minus 2 till the next tip of the signal comes here. So this is at 3. So minus 2 till 3. So this is minus 2 till 3. The if you add these two signals, it will be 2, isn't it? Here nothing is there. In the second signal, nothing exists from here till here. So it is 0. Whereas in the first signal, the amplitude of the signal is 2. From -2 till 3, the amplitude here it is 2. So 2 plus 0 will be 2 only. So till that interval, the amplitude of your final signal will be 2. Now what happens after this? Here the amplitude is, after this the amplitude here will become, it extends till infinity. Here the amplitude will become 2 only, but here the amplitude has changed to -2. Okay, so after this 2 minus 2, it will be 0. So nothing exists after this. So interval -2 to 3, the magnitude will be 2. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Got it.
So attendance is posted already. You can fill the attendance.